I think I like this instead of Spring.
I forgot about that. I just forgot about this part.
You good? You got an intro? Wake up! It's feeding time! So after you do that, we'll do Raw, NXT together.
Are you ready?
I took an over-the-counter supplement that had something in it. I did not check with the medical staff before taking it. I really hope that people can learn from my mistake.
It's got a great radio voice.
It's got everyone. Just really sorry.
And in the NFL, Charlotte Observer says Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly has cleared the concussion protocol.
That cut in, didn't it? That just cut in the middle of that.
Yeah, I couldn't. WWE.
Intro song.
No, it has a little bit of music on the end of this.
Oh, you're darn right we said so.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the show's area hottest new radio talk show.
Yes,
The
it is.
Wrestling Grill with Drum and Drummer here on Fox Sports Shows on 97.9 FM and 1340 AM. Happy Tuesday to you all, and thank you so much for tagging in with us. Well, wow, we got a pretty cool show to talk about today, but I am your baby face of the show, Chad Burdine, and this is the ultimate heel of today's show, Mr. Justin Holder. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. How you doing, Chad?
Man, I'm actually doing okay. I had about 15 to 20 chocolate chip cookies last night before I went to sleep, and I'm regretting that today.
I bet
I
you
really
are.
am. Yeah. But other than that,
Your wife
I'm
offered
doing
me
really
one of
good.
those, and I said no.
But it's my own fault. But I recently just purchased a house, and I had you guys over last night. We watched
got
Raw.
together. We watched
My
Raw.
wife cooked us dinner. It was a good day, good night. And I bought a PlayStation 4 yesterday.
You did.
so I'm
You
really
bought
excited.
a PS4 yesterday. Did you ever get it to download?
Well, we had a little.
I walk in and said
power
like
outage.
4 hours left.
Well, we had a power outage, and then when you guys left, there was another power outage after again, so I had to wait again. So I woke up at 2:30 and then re-downloaded it. So yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are live here from beautiful Florence, Alabama, off Sam Phillips Street. But you can follow the official Twitter page of the Wrestling Grill at Real2Us979, and be sure to use the hashtag Wrestling Grill. That's Wrestling REAL, and we will read your tweets live here on air with us. But you can follow me on my Twitter page at Chad Burdine, and follow Justin's, if he ever gets on Twitter, at DrummerHo. But we're also on Facebook, so just be sure to search for the Wrestling Grill and hit that like button, and share with all your friends and talk with us on Facebook. But like I said, the show's all about you. We want to hear from you guys. So if you have any wrestling stories or your favorite, whatever it may be when it comes to wrestling, we want to hear from you guys. But you can call and talk with us live on air at 256-764-1340. Again, that's
256-764-1340.
And we're also streaming. I don't know if we're streaming live today, but we will have it uploaded on YouTube.
Later today.
Yeah, later today for sure. But just search for the Wrestling Grill on YouTube later on, and we will have the show uploaded there. But in the meantime, if you can't listen on your radio, download the Fox Sports Shows app from your smartphone, your mobile device, or your tablet, and we will be streaming live from there. So there's also a link on the main menu from the main page of the app to where you can call and talk with us live here on the Wrestling Grill.
God, are you done yet?
No, I'm trying to cut a better promo than Roman Reigns. Can you give me time?
All you had to do was just open your mouth.
And I'm done. Dunzo!
Yeah, boy, he cut a wonderful promo last night.
Gosh, like, it's so weird because we were just fast forwarding through all of Raw. We were just like, we don't even want to watch it tonight.
Well, before we get into Raw, Chad, how was your weekend?
Honestly, I had a pretty rough week. I'm still struggling today a little bit. We played on the Rocks, full band, Friday
Yes.
night. It was a good show.
It was a good show.
And then Saturday we were.
I got an hour of sleep, and I woke up the next day and had to go play at a
Two
goat
shows.
cheese farm.
But while you were there,
While I was there, I made my own goat cheese.
you sent me the picture, and you had the head cap and.
They made me put something over my beard, and it was awesome, though. I mean, I've got like 3 different kinds of goat cheese at home. It's fantastic. We played to a bunch of billy goats. It's a bucket list, man.
That's awesome.
But then right after that, we had to go play at a wedding, and you had a little unfortunate accident, didn't you?
Yeah, on the way we were in Cortland, and I got shaken up, shook up.
Thank you, Billy Smart.
Yeah, appreciate it, buddy. I love you, man.
Y'all had a little fender bender. Billy lost the front left part of his car,
But we're okay.
We're all good.
She was super nice about it. Everybody's okay. That's the main thing.
The story I heard was y'all hit her and y'all were swapping information, and all of a sudden Billy goes, "Man, we've really got to get to a wedding," and she goes, "Y'all go, y'all just go."
You guys got more important stuff to do. Y'all go ahead. We'll switch information later.
He's
It's okay.
missing the whole front of his car, and the lady's like, just go to the wedding." It was quite funny. But yeah, it was a very busy weekend.
But congratulations to Kayla and Garrett.
Yeah, Kayla and
We were
Garrett
in
Stone.
Huntsville and did their wedding, and then Sunday we played at City Hardware like we do on every Sunday. Not a sponsor.
But yeah, it was a good weekend. And now we're here to talk about our other passion in life, pro wrestling.
Well, we're going to recap on what happened on last night's Raw, but like I said, we kind of skimmed through it. But it was enough to talk about for today. We're also going to talk about last week's NXT TakeOver Respect, and I know, Max, you're real excited about this. What's up, Max? How you doing?
Doing good. How are
Doing
you?
good. Doing good. Jay, say hey, what's up?
Hey.
Our producer's here, and then Chris Williams, our other producer, is also here.
What up?
And yeah, Respect last week
It was really
amazing.
good. It was
But we'll
really
also
good.
talk about the bills for this month's pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. And we'll also be talking about a really cool local show that's coming up this Sunday at Northwest Shoals Community College. We'll talk about the card and who all's there. I mean, I'm actually impressed with the card.
I'm going.
For a local show, I mean, I think it's really, really good. But we've been meaning to do this for a while, but we want to really talk about some of our favorite and possibly your favorite, pro wrestling memorabilia, merchandise.
I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah,
I've had
because
this written
we've
down
got
for a
lot of
while.
stuff.
Because as
Personally.
growing up, that's all we ever wanted. For me, it was NBA and wrestling.
That's it.
That's all I ever asked for. Mother give me Michael Jordan clothes and Hulk Hogan figures. That was my thing.
And My
at
Little
least.
Ponies.
Well,
More eyes on other channels and other programs, and it takes away sometimes because it's definitely a male-dominated audience. But
yeah, but it also takes away when WWE gives us nothing to actually want to watch.
exactly.
So, I mean, if there was still football going on and there was still all these other things competing with them, if they gave us a good product, we'd all still be watching.
Exactly.
But right now, it's the lull. They do this all the time. Drives me crazy, but
Thank God for NXT right now.
thank God for NXT, and thank God for crowds like Chicago last night.
Yeah.
Because Raw was in Chicago. Was it the
Allstate
Allstate Arena, right? Yes. So Raw was in Chicago last night, and Cena came out to some good heat. That was nice. But we kicked off with, first match of the night was Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose versus New Day, with New Day pulling off the win in that one. Next match, we had Nikki Bella versus Naomi. Nikki Bella pulling out the victory in that. These are all, I'm just going to give you the brief summary of what happened.
I did
but
like how
then-
they had a lot of Sasha Banks on there. There was a whole lot of camera shots towards her because she had such a fantastic history-making Iron Man 30-minute match, at TakeOver this past week. And man, Sasha, she's about to do some really cool stuff. The sky's the limit for her right now.
Well, the cool thing was, while the girls were in the ring, they kept going, it was Nikki and Naomi.
We want
Sasha the whole time. So the crowd, she's really over with the crowd right now.
And I gotta say, I didn't know this was her move, but Nikki Bella's move is called the Rack Attack.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It is good. But right after that, the best part of the night for Raw for me was the John Cena U.S. Open Challenge.
It wasn't when Brian Saxon was interviewing somebody?
Huh?
Brian Saxon's not your favorite?
I just completely avoid anything that he says, man. In one ear, out the other, and just hopefully they'll send
But he
him
has
on.
such a nice smile.
Don't even get me started, man. Anyways, the John Cena Open Challenge. John Cena comes out and does his U.S. Open Challenge, and boom, I'm here to show the world.
And we're excited about
we're
this
here.
match
Dolph
'cause
Ziggler.
he's leaving. Cena's going to be gone for a couple of months.
That's
so
one of
we're
the
thinking,
rumors
oh, he's
coming
going to
up.
drop the belt. So if he's dropping it tonight, it's got to be somebody legit in Chicago. And
Ziggler comes out, and we're all excited, thinking, please throw us a swerve. Tell us that we're going to see a new champion tonight. But, of course, we didn't. John Cena, of course. It was almost like a squash match. But one of the coolest things in this match was last night, all of a sudden, the match just gets going. I believe he's got him in a headlock. And all of a sudden, Cena looks over, and the crowd starts, yes, yes,
the crowd's
everybody.
attention is looking towards another section of the arena. The attention's totally taken away from the match itself between Ziggler and Cena.
And so they start looking over, and Cena you see him kind of just stop and look over, and everyone's chanting, she said yes, and some guy's holding up a sign. He proposed to his girl
So he calls
on
a
the
spot
show.
up for Ziggler to get out of the ring.
We watched, and all of a sudden he's like, get out. Throws him in the rope. Ziggler drops. He gets a mic, and he goes, did she just say yes? She said yes. It was kind of a cool moment to stop a match on live TV to give these guys a congratulation of, they're getting engaged. It was pretty cool.
But then the crowd was still onto, the people that just got engaged, and they were starting another chant. So then, again, Cena does it again, gets the mic and says, I told you Chicago's got a great crowd. I told you,
Yeah.
So he stopped the match twice, and Cena only has this kind of creative power where he can stop and at any given moment in the match.
Who does he
do
think
whatever
he is?
wants.
Hulk Hogan? Creative control. Ha! Hogan says, I only used creative control once. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and Grizzly Adams had a beard.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
No.
What do you think, Max?
About the Dolph Ziggler John Cena match?
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was great. There was a lot of good spots. My favorite spot was when Cena was up on the top turnbuckle and Ziggler did the DDT off of it.
That was a good spot. I do remember that.
I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised John Cena sold it that
Yeah.
well.
He sold something?
Yeah, like, seriously.
Wow.
That's another
Does
thing
he
that we've
work
been
on
talking
commission?
about lately, too.
I don't even know.
The art of selling is one thing that we've talked about recently. We'll might get into that later in the show, but that's one thing that's really lost in, I think, today's WWE programming is the art of selling. Is the illusion of actually being injured on a move, and it being effective. But we may get into that later because it's been a hot topic, especially in the Stone Cold podcast recently.
We've been listening to a lot of those. But let's get back to Raw. We had the Dudley Boys versus the Ascension, with the Dudley Boys taking a victory last night. Sheamus and King Barrett versus Neville and Cesaro, so what, they're pushing him face now?
Who knows, man?
All of a sudden, Cesaro's now babyface? Like, I didn't know he was...
I thought he was.
Was he?
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah,
for a
with
while.
the whole Kevin Owens angle and everything. He was kind of the babyface in that.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens is kind of the babyface in that because he's the anti-hero in a
Cesaro
way.
section and all that.
I get that, but it's not like he's been totally over as a babyface. I mean, he's kind of still got the heel mentality going, but now he's teaming with Neville out of nowhere.
I don't think he's really been a heel since he tagged.
I don't think you know what you're talking
I
about,
don't
Max.
think you know what you're talking about.
Hey, I read Wikipedia last night, so I know more than you.
Walking Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is run by fools like you.
Ooh.
Wow, that one hurt, man. That one hurt, Max.
Got him.
Anyways, I'm going back to my Raw.
Hits the bullhammer.
Then after the Neville, Cesaro, Sheamus, King Barrett match, where Sheamus and King Barrett pulled the victory, we had Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. And please, Chad, indulge us in this wonderful, articulate promo that Roman Reigns cut.
Strowman Reigns.
Strowman Reigns.
So it needs to be Strowman Reigns.
Well,
like I said earlier,
we're flipping through.
We're
and
DVRing it really, and
it's
fast forwarding it. It's a good. He's probably 2 minutes into it. We're like,
let's just hear what he said.
yeah, he's going this long. We might as well hear what he's saying. And
the crowd just
instantly booing
boring,
it. Yeah.
boring.
And so he responds to the crowd and says, "No, this isn't boring."
Friends, man.
Oh gosh.
I want to she's all that angle.
Well, we kind of got one right now with Lana and Rusev.
Well, with Max here.
Oh.
Oh!
Got it.
Yeah, Max. But Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and of course, Braun Strowman just sucks. I mean, the guy, I cannot stand him. Like, honestly.
He's a beast, though. He's a
He
true
looks
beast.
like a beast, but that's it. I cannot stand this guy.
The black sheep.
God. But whatever. Roman Reigns pulls out the victory and a count out. Following that, we have Ryback versus Rusev, with Ryback taking the victory. And then we can jump into this real quick because TMZ puts out the information that a month ago, during this whole storyline we've been talking about with Dolph Ziggler, Summer Rae, Lana, and Rusev, a month ago, Lana and Rusev get engaged. And that came out.
But they've been living together since.
Sure, they've been together, but I just,
time.
a month ago they've been engaged, and now it finally came out, so it kind of ruined the whole storyline. So Summer Rae comes out with Rusev, slaps him in the face. How dare you? You've been with, engaged this whole time.
Basically, the whole storyline was just, a waste.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
So it's pretty good, but Lana and Rusev are engaged, and so it's finally ending that storyline. Next up, we had Kevin Owens versus Kalisto, with Kevin Owens getting the victory. Our Divas match of the night was Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Natty, which they're now going by NBC.
Natty just looked last night.
NBC on USA.
It's a little.
That's hilarious. Charlotte and Becky Lynch versus Brie and Alicia Fox, with Brie and Alicia Fox pulling out the victory. And finally, it was supposed to be Corporate Kane versus Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match.
But Corporate Kane couldn't do it.
But Corporate Kane couldn't do it because
So he said he'd find someone.
he'd find an appropriate replacement.
And we
next,
all knew who it was.
Thank you, Corporate Kane, for shocking the world by bringing out the Demon Kane. And so it was a lumberjack match to end the night. And
Rollins tried to get a pedigree, but then Kane got the win, and then it just
it leaves with Kane standing in the ring.
Yeah.
So
as his music plays and goes off. Not the most enjoyable Raw, but we got a lot more to talk about today on the Wrestling Grill. Be sure to call us here at 256-764-1340.
when we return, we're gonna go over NXT Takeover. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Be back.
I can't.
Hi. How are you?
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
is that your soda over there?
Yes. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I saw your
Windows
dad
down.
a couple days ago. I was in public.
I don't know.
He said he had a ball.
That's what he said earlier.
I
saw your dad plugs on.
He
said he had a freaking ball with y'all. He was like, I
Well,
had so much
pretty
fun
much.
with
Yeah.
that.
He didn't stand up one time, but he had a.
He said he just loved watching y'all, his dad.
He had a good time.
Hey, how are you?
fun. It was the best show I've ever been to, though.
Oh, I gotta get somebody to fix this.
You feeling better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking new person.
Oh, I went and got a shot the other day. Like, I was feeling awful. I got that steroid shot and antibiotics. And
It was bad. I
hate
had
those.
bad stomach virus.
You feeling better now?
Oh yeah, feel great. Awesome.
where you going?
Got a lunch date with my friend Heidi.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I missed her baby shower, so.
Well, can you get us some of those numbers?
Did you have to call attention?
I did, but get another new one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'll do that.
Are you not gonna be here when we get done?
Meeting her at 12, so.
Well, Philly!
Unacceptable!
You should like call me sometime, mate.
Yes, you're right. Phone works both ways, Hallie. Or is it Haley?
I wish the show would come back on after this commercial. We just keep elaborating. Today, I found out.
Today I found out I farted in gym class.
I found out.
Yeah.
I found out. I didn't even know it,
I didn't even know.
but I was informed.
And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
On that big keyboard, press the Control-Alt button.
Did you see this?
Hold it down.
I've shouted "oh yeah" thousands of times, but how many times did I really mean it?
041.
I like that picture too, like thinking about life. You know?
Do it. Alright. Type right here,
I don't like that we
L-I-N.
have depressing commercials.
Huh?
I don't like that we have depressing commercials. That was like the most depressing commercial ever.
0041.
4-1.
Yeah.
Fat and stupid.
What?
It said I learned biology.
It's there, I just didn't put a title because I didn't realize how many.
I learned that I smell.
I learned that
I learned that my sandals stink without
So
socks.
just hit this one when we come back. It'll be that bump music.
All my friends made fun of me all
And I'll
day.
put a title on there.
I learned that people don't sit by me because I have smelly feet.
Today, I went to the salad bar.
What? With Drum Drumber. We're
And
back,
we're back.
everybody.
Don't forget, this show is being brought to you by May Young's
Get it,
Head
get it,
Lotion.
Chris. Oh yeah,
Don't forget to follow us on our official Twitter page at
What is it, Chaz?
979 and use the hashtag Wrestling Grill. That's
That's
Wrestling
R-E-A-L.
REAL.
Not R-E-E-L, but R-E-A-L.
But yeah, we just talked about Raw and you know the product that WWE's putting out for their main roster on their A show. It's not too appealing right now to even the most over the top wrestling fan probably.
My
ever,
7-year-old
but
was watching and went, "Pop, I'm bored."
So then I put on. What'd you put on for after that? Hook.
La La Loopsy.
Oh, that's it. That's always the go-to. But let's talk about what happened on last week's Wednesday.
Because we honestly, we got to plug this. We had a great show last week. It was one of my favorite shows we've done. Mr. Wade Woods was here. Mean Street. And I had a blast interviewing him. It was awesome hearing about what it takes to kind of be a wrestler and creating a character and stuff. But we didn't get to get into NXT last week. So
because we just got back because we went to the show last.
We did.
It was NXT in Nashville at the War Memorial, which we talked about that last week. But man, seriously, it was the best live show we've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was so intimate. It was small arena.
Max, what'd you think about it? Oh, wait a minute.
right.
You didn't get tickets.
Oh.
Yeah, because you only give me a ticket.
I sent you a picture, though, didn't I? I didn't even do that, did I?
You tell me.
Heel move!
No, I had to actually ask you.
You asked me for a picture.
You said, how'd the show go? You said them all the pictures. You said, you tell me.
Yeah, I said, you tell me. It was me and Apollo Crews, and all he could say was, did you get an autograph? It's like, what, am I 3? No, man, you take selfies now.
An autograph.
You're fired, Max.
You're fired.
Get on out of here.
Go on. Let's go. Anyways, Max, I want you to start us off on NXT TakeOver.
Well,
Respect.
It was really good.
Versus them like, oh, that's a tag team name.
But I'm really loving seeing Finn Balor and Samoa Joe tag together. They're a really good tag team.
I do too.
Hey, they are good.
I'm really in.
Yeah.
I know they've known each other for years through Japan and whatnot and ROH.
I love Joe. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm so happy he's in NXT.
Me too.
And then they ended up winning that one to go on to the finals. The next match was Rhino and Baron Corbin versus Jason Jordan, Chad Gable.
And y'all know how I feel about Baron Corbin.
How do you feel about that?
I like Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin went last Wednesday night. Both matches. We talked about this before the show even started. Man, Baron Corbin, actually, we got to see him finally work. He did a really, really good job.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm really enjoying him right now.
When you go back and you watch,
You can say The Undertaker. I don't see
I am going to say The
I don't see
Undertaker.
it.
When you go back and you look at his feuds with Kamala and Jimmy Snuka and all that early stuff,
I don't see it.
It reminds me of a Baron Corbin.
No, I totally don't see that.
Well, you're crazy.
No, I'm not. I just totally don't see that. Baron Corbin and The Undertaker.
Not The Undertaker who he is now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark Calloway.
Yes,
My bad.
Mark Calloway.
Okay. Oh, well, I see Mark.
Yeah.
I see a lot of Mark in that. Sure.
Jeez, man.
What was after that?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say there was a bad match on the card, but the next match was Asuka versus Dana Brooke.
That was not good, dude. I'm sorry.
Asuka was impressive, but the match would have been better if she was wrestling someone who could actually wrestle.
I agree. She needed a better dance partner.
Dana Brooke, I think she's just all around terrible.
Asuka's
she's terrible on the mic.
She's going to have to learn how to work this in the States, though, because you can tell it's like, hit a move, get the crowd going, hit another move, get the crowd going, hit another move, get the crowd going.
Too.
I mean,
she's
that's
really
what they do in
stiff.
Japan, though.
Giggity.
I know, but we're not in Japan. I'm just saying she's going to have to adapt to NXT. And you can tell that when you watch her wrestling. Don't get butthurt, man.
I'm not getting butthurt.
You are. You're getting that sad puppy dog look.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
dimples are being exposed.
Gosh, just keep it dimple.
Well, she ended up beating Dana Brooke with the Asuka lock, which is the chicken wing that...
Which was, I'll give her that. That was cool. Crossface, right?
No, it's a chicken wing what Bob Backlund used to do. You remember?
Yes, I remember.
Well, you didn't say anything.
Okay, keep going, Max.
And then we had a really good match, Apollo Crews and Tyler Breeze.
That was good. I'm a huge Apollo Crews fan.
Well, we saw him live. It was Apollo
Breeze
Crews
fan,
against
too.
Ty Dillinger. Man, that was a great match. Fantastic match.
I've been saying Tyler Breeze, and you give him a couple more years, he's going to be the next guy like a Dolph Ziggler who can sell as well as he does. I think Tyler has the makings to be, a huge superstar.
Apollo Crews is by far the most athletic person I've seen on the main roster NXT in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And he's super, super nice. Like you said, you know, we met him the other night at NXT. Genuine guy, always got a smile on his face.
Security didn't want us
You
to
know.
yell at him, but we were like, Apollo! And he said, come on over here, guys, and took a picture with us and was really, really nice.
I mean,
So-
there was just a ton of great spots during that match. The super kicks, the insecurity by Apollo Crews. I mean, that match was just awesome. And then we moved on to the finals of the tag team tournament, which is Finn Balor and Samoa Joe.
Hang on, let me just interrupt for a second, because my dad literally just walked in.
Hey, you're Fasha!
Speaking of Finn Balor, he just brought this
Oh!
from what I got
Nice.
last Friday when we were at NXT in the War Memorial. My dad just brought it in. Thank you so much,
A
Dad.
framed
it's
Finn
framed
Balor
Balor's-
autograph.
Yeah, it's signed. This is.
You're welcome.
If
That
you
is
guys,
awesome.
If you guys can see this here in the studio, I will tweet this picture out so you guys can see this. This is an amazing
And I just
photo.
wanted to thank you for the, taking me to that show. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Enjoyed being there with you and the guys and watching y'all and the matches and the crowd. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah.
It's time of our lives, but it was the best. That's what we were just talking about. It was the
That is
best
awesome.
live show we've ever seen. So yeah, I will be tweeting out a picture of this for sure. You guys have got to see this. It's
Thanks,
amazing.
Dad.
Yeah,
My
you're
dad-
welcome,
my
man. It's
dad
real
got
to
a
me,
frame for
too.
me.
It's real to him, too.
Appreciate it. That's
so-
awesome.
It was your Fasha.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad.
What a great surprise. Oh,
That
it sounds
is-
funny. I have Dutch accent.
That is a great picture. Finn Balor autograph. Framed picture now. That's killer.
That is cool.
But
Anyway.
Max, we were right at the main event of the Dusty Road
Yeah, we're in the
Classic.
finals. It was Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin and Rhino, which is another great match.
I think Baron Corbin and Rhino are a good tag team.
They are a good tag team
Yeah.
because Rhino is a veteran in the business, and he's worked with literally everybody. Everybody. He's been in every single organization you can think of, so he knows the ins and outs of everything.
You know, they were unsure about Finn Balor for this match because he hurt his knee earlier when they fought the Mechanic.
And I love that. I love how that was the whole story. They kept going. The announcers were really, you know.
And every time he was about to do
capitalizing.
the, what's his move again?
Coup de grace.
The coup de grace. You know, everybody was like, his knee. And then
Yeah.
he did it, and he sold it really well.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I love the
It's
combo
great.
with the Muscle Buster, and then he hits the coup de grace off the top rope. I mean, and then Finn Balor and Samoa Joe ended up winning that, and then Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, and Cody Rhodes came out, and Cody Rhodes did a good tribute to his father.
It was really
that
good.
was really good, actually. I'm going to give him that because, you know.
And I love Eden being there with her. I
Yeah.
even mentioned this last night. I love Eden. She is Cody Rhodes' wife, but she's also an announcer. She was announcing on Raw last night. She announces NXT sometimes. She does backstage stuff. Really pretty lady. But man, I'll tell you this much. She supports. That's like a great wife. She supports Cody through everything. She's like at his side all the time. It's really good. But they were all in the ring as a family, and Goldust, Dustin Reynolds
Yeah.
was there, and it's very good.
I got goosebumps when Cody Rhodes said at the end of his speech, "We're all Rhodes."
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
yeah.
Well, do you get goosebumps if I look at all of you and say, we're
Yeah.
all holders?
No,
No? Doesn't
No.
make you get, no?
no, that's just creepy.
You're fired, dude. Jeez. Anyways, final match of the evening.
Which I think is another match of the year contender. It's for the NXT Women's Championship.
First
30
ever.
First ever Iron Woman match.
30 minutes.
between Bayley and Sasha Banks, and it was phenomenal.
Holy cow.
The crowd started chanting, Iron Woman. I
Sasha
thought that
Banks
was good.
really is the boss
Yeah.
of the ring. I mean, I've never seen someone, at least in NXT, but even on her main run, there's a first for everything. A foist.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, you sound like you're from London. Anyway, Max.
They made a statement after this match talking about
A
Sasha,
bank statement after this match.
Nope.
that not only is she the best diva, but she's also the best wrestler in the business right now.
That's a little too far.
Yeah, it's a
No,
little
But
too
I will
far.
say,
That in
but when it comes to
WWE.
character and you know production and all that, sure. I mean, she's well on her way, but the best wrestler right now,
Yeah, come
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Hey, but good looking out though.
But tell us,
Appreciate it.
what was the ending?
Bayley
Belly to belly
yeah.
off the top, right? What?
No, Bayley had her in the submission move, like a crossface, and she was reaching for the rope.
Kicking
and you
her.
remember at the last time they fought, Sasha stomped on her hand to keep her from reaching the rope. Well, Bayley did it this time, and it caused Sasha to tap out and give her the 3-2.
With
at the
there was like
end.
3 seconds left in the match because it was tied 2-2. The way an Iron Man match works It's whoever at the end of either the time limit, which in this case was 30 minutes. It's usually an hour, but in this case it was 30 minutes. It's whoever gets the most pins. So it was 2-2 for a while, and then, like you said, Bailey made Sasha tap out at the very end. There was like 3 or 4 seconds left. It was great timing.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And the last thing I wanted to mention about NXT was that we had another special guest sitting in the back, Mr. James Cowboy Storm, which when we were in Nashville, everybody was like, James Storm's here, and then people had reports, no, it's not James Storm, it's some guy that looks like him, but come to find out he was there. And I read recently that in the dirt sheets that Billy Gunn's been the one that's setting up all these meetings, and so he's getting him in there and helping him, and we'll see where this goes. You know,
NXT
I'm excited.
Product out there right
I'm
now.
excited to see where
So
James
cool.
Storm goes, and
Hey,
see
we might
where
even
his
see him
character
this
does.
Sunday. We'll maybe talk about that too.
But listen, when we come back, I want to talk about some merchandise, man. This is one topic I've been wanting to talk about for a while, so please, you guys, stay tuned. Stick around for the Wrestling Reel with Drum Drumber.
But we do have a local show coming up too. We're going to discuss that card
We
too.
are.
It's coming up Sunday, but we'll be right back.
Yeah, I can't do this anymore. This is like I'm about to fucking throw this thing out.
Let me get my mic adjusted.
At least this way I can do like this. This is awesome.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Put it in automatic.
Yeah, they sold these for $10.
Seriously?
Yeah,
The extra signed or?
yeah. They pre-signed them and they sold them for $10.
Should have got me one.
I should have gotten you Big Kaz and Enzo.
Ah, dude, that would have been awesome. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's bada boom. Realest guys in the room. How you doing? Bada bing. Hottest chick in the ring. I know more about this than you do now.
No, you just loved it. That saying.
You're the one that started it around us. Remember that night we were at the house and you quoted the whole thing?
Yeah.
Nerd alert!
And you just quoted that, so nerd alert.
Okay, so I want you guys to talk about the games. Okay?
When I come back, I want to look.
You wanna mention,
It won't take long at all. Hell in a Cell, the card that. The
No.
card. Oh, okay. Just boom.
What else you got in here?
Okay. Make sure the thing this weekend.
Yeah, I've got it.
Cool.
Chris, looks like you're getting the hang of all that back there.
Cool.
Jay's probably so
You,
excited.
chat. When we first
Finally, I
met,
get
we
an
were
hour to
mentioning
not have
how
to be
At
here.
the end of the match,
No,
the
just
whole roster
get
came
behind
out.
on stuff
and
and
brought it
in here.
It's a good. Yeah.
I know. I feel bad.
You want to
'cause,
talk
like,
about that?
I know you've been doing
Yeah.
this like just to help us, you know.
Yeah, it's all good.
Let me open it back up, then I'll send it.
Just
I'll
make
hand
up
it
for
over
it
to
other
you.
days.
I'll let you do it.
Who would I talk to about fixing this though?
The mechanics.
There's got to be somebody that can come in here and fix this.
I guess Greg, he's the only person that fixes things around here.
And by the way, this has to be Gary Nichols on guitar. That's Dad Gad and
Yes. Totally,
everybody.
Gary.
Everybody's welcome here.
So where do these get thrown in at? Like all these sound. Did you bring any?
I'm not doing this again.
Oh, I put them in.
I don't care how much I love this
edit
mic,
them
I'm
and
not
give
doing
them a
this
card number in
again.
the production room over there.
You want to switch seats?
Has nothing to do with that. What?
You bring some?
Did you bring that?
I mean, you want to sit here so you can talk like this, and I'll sit there and talk like that.
Let's try it.
Switch head.
We all have 5
She's
seconds.
not.
5
gotta come
seconds.
back.
Yeah.
I gotta come back. Hang on.
Get your tweet on! Get your tweet on!
Get your tweet on.
Where's
Get
our
your
music,
tweet on.
man?
We don't have any music. No, we don't like that one either. Try a new one. How about that Hulk Hogan?
I didn't want. Oh, there we go.
I like this one.
I'm a real American for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And we're back
We
here on the
always gotta
Wrestling
just-
Reel.
We always got to just stop and listen to that for a second.
Don't forget, do call us here at the studio and talk live on air with us at 256-764-1340. But we were just discussing what happened on NXT TakeOver last week. But it was a very awesome ending to the show. Max just reminded me of it. It was, for those of you which we talk about, NXT is WWE's developmental division, where, you know, in hopes they get called up to the main roster and be used on, you know, live television and all over the world. Anyway, well, since Sasha Banks has been called up to the main roster, she had her Iron Man match with Bayley, which was fantastic. Bayley retained, so she's still in NXT. But the very end of the show, it was so symbolic. I mean, I felt like it was a family attending a graduation in some kind of way.
Yeah, all the roster came out, and then Triple H and Stephanie and Sarah Del Rey and Lita and Regal all came out. And Sasha walked up the ramp, and they gave her flowers, and she collapsed and started crying.
Yeah, I mean, it was emotional for me, too.
Yeah, Regal was crying, too.
Really?
Yeah, like he was bawling his eyes out.
Wow.
I guess because that's symbolically Sasha's last match.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was so emotional because, like you said, it's her last match in NXT. She's moving on to quote-unquote bigger and better things. Is it really bigger and better? I don't know. I'm more of an NXT fan than I am, the WWE main roster right now. But wow, I mean, such a great.
Yeah, and then Triple H walked down to the ring and hugged Bayley and gave her flowers too, and she just kind of lost it too.
Because it's the NXT is Triple H's brainchild. So I mean, it was very symbolic, and I think if they need to start doing that when somebody is called up, I think that's really cool. You know, I don't think they should bring bouquets of flowers out for Finn Balor though when he gets called up. That'd be kind of awkward. I don't know, just flowers for him would be a little
flowers. For me? Oh, Mr. Beauregard, I did declare.
Beauregard, you are my hero.
Well, let's talk about this coming Sunday. October 18th. That is this Sunday, correct? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
It was last week. We went out to lunch after our show, and all of a sudden one of y'all had a flyer.
Like 2 weeks. It was actually 2 weeks ago.
I can't even believe that this is coming here, but at Northwest Shoals Community College, next Sunday,
October 18th.
October 18th. Doors are at 1 o'clock. Bell time at 2. We've got Mr. Anderson coming here. We've got
5 big matches.
Cowboy James Storm.
And it's actually, all the dirt sheets are pretty high on him right now. But then we've got the original. I'm assuming it's the original.
That's the picture.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Express. I mean, that would be amazing.
And I've never heard of these guys, but we're going to find out more. This is Southern Legacy Wrestling.
Yeah. Tickets are $15 general admission, $20 ringside, and kids ages 5 and under free.
Max,
free.
Get you, buddy. You get in for free.
Max can get in free with an adult with a general admission and ticket. But for more information, go visit their site at www.slwwrestling.com. That's slwwrestling.com, and we're looking forward to that show. That'll be a fun show.
I'm gonna go for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if they have any more better seats than ringside. I'll say I'll give you $25 to let me be the bell guy.
Can I be in your corner?
Can I just walk down to the ring with you?
Can I tag with you?
I mean, for $5 extra, I'm sure the Rock and Roll Express would say yes.
Oh, probably so.
That's like a 40-ounce beer. And we know these old wrestlers, and they love their beer.
They love the booze.
Tommy Rich loves his beer.
He loves the booze.
Let me just tell you.
But
we're looking forward to this Sunday. It's going to be good.
And a week after this Sunday, it's October 25th, we are going. WWE is having their October pay-per-view of the month, which is Hell in the Cell. And here's the updated card. First, it's Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. We got it. And then we got Roman Reigns in another Hell in a Cell match against Bray Wyatt. And then we have the
WWE World Title match, Seth Rollins versus the Demon Kane. And if Kane does not win, Corporate Kane is fired.
He's relieved of his duties.
Now, Corporate Kane is fired. Does that mean Demon Kane is fired?
That's the loophole.
We got the WWE Tag Team Championships going up. It's New Day versus the Dudley Boys.
I'm hoping the New Day retains. I really do.
For the 5th time?
Yeah.
It's about time the Dudleys just get the...
I love it.
Just give them the damn strap and let's just let them have their 10.
They don't need it.
Why don't they need it?
They just don't need it.
Why?
Because they're the Dudley Boys.
Exactly. You're stuck at 9. You're gonna have to get your 10.
But here's the thing. Why don't New Day just keep getting it? Let's just lose it, get it back. And
because there's something you got to understand about the art of wrestling. That some guys are really good at carrying the belt, but some guys are good at carrying it for a little while, losing it, and having the battle of getting it again. That brings out the best in these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, true.
Like
For
when
sure.
when you have the belt, sometimes you get complacent. You start getting dull and dry.
So who do you think? So who do you hope wins this match?
The Dudleys.
Really? You think the Dudleys should do it? Really? You're really New Day all the way. But you know why? Because New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
After that, we got Intercontinental title match with Kevin Owens and Ryback. Now, are all these in Hell in a Cell, or there's just a few matches?
There's two that I'm seeing.
Because I was about to say the next one, the Divas title match, Charlotte versus Nikki Bella. That'd be awesome to see in a Hell in a Cell.
I wish that was a go to hell match.
Go to hell match. And finally, we have Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton versus Braun Strowman and Luke Harper. So that's
yawn.
That's the updated, and I believe it's at the Staples Center.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it?
I thought it was.
Actually, I think it is advertised. I think you are right.
Because
about
remember,
that.
Brock's tour
Go to hell
ends
tour, yeah.
At the Staples
Yeah,
Center.
I think you're right about that.
At the Staples Center.
It's a staple. They call me Sammy Sprinkles. They call me Sammy Sprinkles because I spit a lot when I talk.
You know, we were
a good card though.
I just wanted to get a few other little points out because I've been reading a bunch of the dirt sheets. Have you been reading lately that WWE's interested in bringing back Alberto Del Rio?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't care how big of a draw he is in Mexico. When he's on WWE programming, I was never, ever, ever a fan. Ever.
I was a fan when he first came out. I really, really enjoyed his pyro when he came out and he did the neck.
The raining.
The
it was
scarf.
the rain pyro.
I loved
down.
it.
That's the
and
old Randy Orton.
He's a worker, dude. Let's just give it to him.
He's a really good worker.
They're missing workers. They need some more guys like him.
I do miss, what was his name? His ring announcer. Why am I forgetting his name?
Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, I do miss him. He was...
Alberto
Del Rio!
Did we count how many seconds it'd take him to say that?
Oh, it took. Oh man,
Yeah.
I think it took him longer to say Alberto Del Rio than it does Undertaker walking from backstage to get to the ring.
So we'll see where that takes us. But tonight, actually, Jonathan Coachman, who is a commentator, or he's an analyst for ESPN now. He's worked his way up from getting pooped on in WWE to now finally covering the NBA.
I don't think he got pooped on by
Oh, they
WWE.
did.
I didn't see any poop.
No, remember they were at the entrance and
With
him
DMX?
and,
Is that what it was? I
It was
remember,
he was
yeah.
in that, and
Yeah.
they dropped all that on him. Anyways, Jonathan Coachman has been teasing an announcement tonight on ESPN, and so I'm looking forward to tuning in. And then we find out last night that Seth Rollins, the WWE champion, is going to be on ESPN
Sports Center, right?
Sports
Yeah.
Center tonight at 9 o'clock, teasing whatever this announcement is. So my opinion, this announcement's going to be that they're going to be starting to cover main. This is just my theory, but it's been talked for a while that ESPN to cover WrestleMania. They did kind of cover SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Survivor Series is coming up, so we'll see if they actually do that.
It's exciting. It really is exciting.
It is exciting, for sure. But listen, we got one more segment to go. When we come back, we're going to get into some merchandise. And when we come back, we actually have a caller. So, caller, if you're still there, wait on the line, but
we'll be right back
with the Wrestling Reel.
This has turned into a really good show.
Once you hit it, it puts
I
him
think
on
this has turned
hold.
into a good show.
If you just let it keep ringing, they'll
I
think
was
they're
just going to just.
I'm enjoying getting through it.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Bump.
Hey, ask the caller if they're still there.
Hey, caller, you there?
You there, man?
All right.
Who we got?
Rodney.
Robbie?
Oh, it's Robbie.
Oh, hey, man, what's up?
Like Chad's brother?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this the actor from Woodlawn? Oh, my God!
Doo-wop genius.
You met John Voight?
The big.
Actually, hey, Robbie.
We got to get you in.
No, listen, we're talking about merchandise here in a minute. Let's you guys talk about it real quick,
Well,
because
maybe that's what he wants to say. Robbie, we do want to get you and Josh. Robbie, we want to get you and Josh Holder on the show soon.
So we have the brothers show.
Yeah, like brothers.
The brothers show. Love it.
It'll be really good.
We're just talking about
beating each other up.
Beating you up.
we got beat up.
Yeah, exactly. You being the jobber. You were the ultimate jobber.
Oh my God! Yes, I was basically yes.
You were basically a real life wrestling buddy.
I was. Which one was worse? Powerbomb, like concrete, or the 10
Hey, save these stories. Let's talk about this.
Alright.
Or you bring up whatever you want to talk about, Robbie, but we've got merchandise to talk about, and I thought you make a chime in on that.
We have a minute and a half.
We got a minute and a half.
Give me those paper towels.
No,
No,
a minute and a half till we come back.
We're on commercial right now.
You're not live. Don't freak out.
Do it.
Max, you sure these won't reach? Yeah, they will.
You don't like those?
No. Your cable's all going in and out.
Giggity.
You sound good on that mic, though.
I do.
You got the perfect face for radio.
Now listen, hey, you're breathing and they don't come through this. This one I'm hearing and I'm having to back off.
Yeah.
That's one thing we do.
Well, I'm kind of sitting like this.
How
and I'm
stone
only
cold when he
close, so you don't
breathes.
want me to talk. Can you turn mine down?
Diva.
Can you turn mine down? The volume of my headphones down.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, turn that down.
Oh, you want it down?
Yeah, it's a little too loud for me.
Minutes.
And you can go
Sounds
home.
like,
Outside.
what is his name? The
My name is Harry Carey. If the moon was made out of cheese, would you eat it? I would. Smother it up in some
Barbecue
mustard.
sauce.
I feel like
at the Wrestling Reel.
Good morning, good morning. We are back here on the Wrestling Grill with Drum and Drummer. I am Chad Burdine, and this is Justin Holder.
And we got Mr. Max here.
We got Max
keep-
who's been
keep
chatting it up
forgetting
with
Max.
us today about NXT, but we do have a caller on the line. Caller, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome to the Wrestling Grill. Good. How are you?
What's your name? Who we got on here? This is Robbie Burdine.
Oh, he's not gonna get in character. He's going straight. He's breaking
Wow.
kayfabe. Breaking kayfabe now.
Way to keep it real, man. We just need your mom, and we got the whole family here today.
Yeah, Dad came by earlier.
Thanks a lot, brother. Well, we were actually talking just on break just a second ago because we were telling you some things we wanted to talk about, and you were mentioning about when Chad y'all used to wrestle as kids. You're such a good brother.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. The jobber. You were a jobber. You did the job for us. The way it should be.
See, me and my brother, and you know my brother, Robbie, but me and my brother, my mom and dad would be like, we're going out for a date. Son, you're going to watch your little brother. And I'd be like, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And the moment they'd leave, I'd run in and I'd get 2 white trash bags, and I would put Hulk Hogan on it and cut out holes in the shirt, and I would have my own entrance music. Josh would be in the living room, which was our ring, waiting, and I'd make my entrance and rip off the shirt, and then we'd go to town. But the thing was, I would always push him past that point where a normal good brother would stop. Oh, he's getting hurt. He would be like, I'm hurt, and I would take it a little farther just to see, I was that kind of a mean brother. We're
Robbie,
cool now.
Robbie, you were the same way, man. Robbie, you were able to, you were so nice and giving, like you would let us do, suplexes, razor's edge, and, we could put any submission move on you that we wanted to, so we... Well, Stink, what'd you do with that mask? Sure.
Well, listen, Robbie. Buddy, while we got you on the phone, I got to give some props to you. You're actually in the newest movie coming out called Woodlawn. Is that correct?
Comes out this Friday,
This
right?
Friday in theaters, and Chad's brother, Robbie Burdine, is actually in that movie. He has a line, I've heard. Yeah! Well, I saw some previews for it, man. It looks fantastic.
We've already got our tickets. We're looking for
principal. And Robbie, he was your principal. He was Chad's and mine. And
taught us a lot.
He taught us a lot. He was hard on me because he wanted me to play football and I wanted to do music. So he kind of held a grudge on me. Anyways, I move away to North Carolina and I get a call that hears that he's battling cancer and he's on his deathbed. I don't know what it was in me, man, but I called him. I've never done this with anybody else. And I called Tandy Gerald's, and we ended up talking, and it got really heartfelt and emotional, and I thanked him for everything, and he passed away a week later. But it's just so cool that they're putting, he was such an intricate part in this whole Southern culture and the Paul Bear Bryant. But you're in this movie, man. We got like a minute and a half left, but you got anything to say about the movie coming out? That's awesome. Robbie Burdine, thank you for calling in, buddy. We love you.
Love you, man. Thanks a lot for
Congratulations on everything.
See you this weekend.
Listen, everybody, you've been listening to The Wrestling Reel today here on 97.9 FM and AM 1340 Fox Sports Shoals. Please follow us at Real to Us 979, at Chad Burdine, at Drummer Ho, hashtag Wrestling Reel, that's REAL. Please download our Fox Sports Shoals app. And
don't forget this Sunday at Northwest Shoals Community College, this Sunday, October 18th, doors open at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. bell time, but we are
The Wrestling Reel with Drum and Drummer
because it's still real to us.
Cool. I didn't think he was going to cut off. There was a minute there I was like, oh my God, he's going to keep talking. That was perfect.